Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Neha. I make video on tech and my life in the UK. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about CreatePortal. If you are someone who never heard about CreatePortal, or you heard about CreatePortal but don't know what it is, what are the use cases, how to use it, then this video is gonna be for you. In this video, I will start with the theory part and then I will move towards the code. So let's start with today's video. Now to understand the CreatePortal, the first thing we need to understand in ReactJS how our components render. Now I'm not talking about the life cycle. I'm just talking about from JSX to DOM elements. In front of you right now, you have a parent component. And in this, what we are returning is a simple JSX, which is a div parent. It's a parent. And within it, we have two child, h1 and div. Now when this component will render on the browser, first we will have body minus all the HTML boilerplate. So from body our code start. So we have body. Then we have div ID root. This is the ReactJS boilerplate in which we, the HTML page, in that we get div ID root. And then our parent component is the child of root. And within our parent we have two child h1 and div. Simple, straightforward. If you know basic ReactJS, you already know about this. But the reason I'm telling you this, because from here you will start understanding the CreatePortal. Now for me, the requirement is that this div portal div, I cannot change its position. It will remain the child of parent, but when it renders, it should become the child of root. I will repeat again. My requirement is this div class name portal div should remain the child of parent, but in the code, but when it renders, it should become the child of root. You might think that this is a tricky question, but to be honest, it's not a tricky. There are use cases in our web application where such scenarios come that we cannot control the position of elements, yet we want them to get rendered in some other hierarchy of our application. So imagine that this portal div is a server based component which is coming here and we want it to be the child of root. If you are thinking that, oh, I will just remove from parent and put this portal div code into the topmost component, no, we cannot do it. The requirement is I cannot change the position. So whenever you have such situation where you cannot change the position of an element, but you want it to get rendered into a different hierarchy, or you want to move an element to a different hierarchy when it is rendering, at that time we use CreatePortal. As the name says, CreatePortal, that's exactly what it does. So in this parent, with portal div, we will use CreatePortal, and what we are gonna tell that what we want to render and where we want to render. So in CreatePortal, we have to tell what we want to render and where we want to render. So in our case, this div is the one. This is what we want to render, and where we want to render in as a child of root. So now when we will use CreatePortal, then how it is gonna be. So again we have parent. Now in parent, what we are gonna do is we will use CreatePortal. This will be an import from React DOM. As I told you that we have to tell it what and where. So what is div class name portal div, comma, and now where, document.get element by id root. Now what will happen is when it will render, you have body, you have root. Now this will become the child of your root, and then your parent will come. So when you open the code of parent.tsx, you will see the code is in the parent, but in the render, in our tree, in our hierarchy, it would be the child of the root. Now if you're thinking that this is a weird thing, why I would be needing it, what kind of requirements are there? So there are requirements, like when you are working with tooltips. In tooltips, what happens is that your tooltip will be calculating the x and y value wherever the user is hovering or putting the mouse focus, and then after calculating the xy value, it will create that tooltip and put it in the browser, in the view. Now these tooltips actually come out of the actual hierarchy of our application. So in that case, we can use CreatePortal. Another use is models or modals. Same, they come out of our whole application hierarchy. So might be you will be printing them, you will be rendering them at the body and not at the root level. So what we will do is we will just do document.body in that case. So there are such use cases where you might be using CreatePortal. Another thing is, as I gave you the example when I was showing you this example, was your server components. If you have application where few of the components or code is coming from the server side, then in that case also this would be a handy. Now let's go to the code and understand this. So I have a simple application. This is my app.js. Same thing, I have div CreatePortal demo and I have a child, simple. Now let's go to the browser, refresh it, right click, and as I told you, we have body, we have div root, we have div h1 and div. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna do import create portal. This will come from React DOM, and this is the element which I want out of the hierarchy. So I will use create portal. This is my what, and now I have to tell where. So I will start by document.getElement by id root. Let's start with root, and that's it. Now let's go back to the browser. So you can see this is root. Your child is now your child is the child of root, and your div is having h1 only. And you can see here, I think I put a semicolon. Yeah. So you can see that in the render in our if you will go in the DOM, you will see the hierarchy has been changed, but in your code you can still see that it is in app. Okay. Another thing what you can do is you can do, instead of document.getElement by id, we can do body. So in this case it will go outside div root. Now you can see it is here, it is a part of the body, so it is getting append here. When you are using root id, it is getting prepend there. So this is how you use CreatePortal. Simple, very powerful when you are working with tooltips, when you are working with modals. This CreatePortal will come very handy to you. So yeah, with this I'm done with today's video. I hope this video was helpful for you. I got few feedbacks in my last video. One of that was, can I increase the audio of my videos? I am using a mic this time. I hope it is clear now. And thank you for all your sharing my content with within your network and liking my video. And thanks to those people who are commenting on my video. It's super helpful. Thank you so much for your support. Same request, if this was helpful, please share in your network. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.